Anyways. 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, MirageFly here, bringing you the last game between HOI Paul, who bears Soviet player up in the north as on Faminesville, not as Faminesville, versus Momo, who bear Austria player down the south. As for builds, nothing too dissimilar from what we had previously in the second game. Momo going with an MG42 like he's going to be falling off a Grenadier. Meanwhile, combat engineer's going to begin capping. Conscript squad will be on the way. Oh, we got a lock-in from Paul.A.D's tactics. He did use that in the first game against Momo. His Dishka did do quite a bit of work shutting down Momo's infantry, but then again, Momo didn't really have a very good early game to begin with in that battle. Meanwhile, Grenadier squad will be arriving. MG42 will hit the field first. As for the commanders that Momo has, he has Mobile Defense Doctrine, Blitzkrieg Doctrine, and Lightning War Doctrine. Pioneers will begin capturing up. May see some wire go down. G42 moving forward. Grenadier squad is now here. Second conscript squad has hit the field. Got a bit of focusing on the north of the conscripts. Combat engineer is going to be focusing down south. Austria players likely. It's going to move MG42 straight to the building. We'll be able to take the garrison before the conscripts get it though. Conscripts probably will get that line of sight. Interesting, I didn't know there was a door on that other side. Who knew? The more you know. Meanwhile, our pioneers, where are you going? They're going to capture this tactical point back here for the +5 munitions and +3 fuel. Never want to forget about that. They do add up over time. Going to capture that one. Grenadiers can also capture the one down south. But they'll be moving forward. Get into the building, see what's there. Maybe make a push here, but that still leaves this area relatively vulnerable. Only going to be one Grenadier and one MG42 and Pioneers defending. And this is going to be a bad engagement for these Grenadiers. Going to be fighting two squads. And they got conscripts on the flank. Going to be forced to immediately pull back. Don't think they're going to lose any models on retreat. Conscripts are not particularly accurate, but we'll have to see. Our Grenadiers are here. Conscripts will have superior cover, going to have to ghost that. Grenadiers can shoot this sandbag pretty much just once or twice and it'll be dead. Alright, so far Momo's holding what he needs. His fuel up in the north. Conscripts are setting up sandbags, going to make pushing the positions difficult. Our Grenadier squad has arrived. 3 conscripts. As for Paul, well, meanwhile, Tier 2 is going up for a Soviet player. Sandbags going up here. Not sure why Momo hasn't shot them yet. He could pretty much easily kill them off. Then again, not everyone, I don't think everyone reads the patch notes I post. You have the resources, but you fail to read them. And Grenadiers are actually hugging the cover, not doing their capture. It's gonna hurt Momo. Conscripts up north capturing the VP. Axis actually in the lead by 2 points. Mortar's also going down. Will help shell these sandbags. Grenadiers are here. We'll force away these conscripts. Pioneers are here, but combat engineers will take the superior position. Pioneers may just go for the cap and pull back. Grenadiers now move up. 3 Grenadier squads down the south. We'll put some pressure on the Soviets, and they can't really push the building just yet. Mortar is going to be coming up for his Soviets to counter. Conscript's going to take a lot of damage. Grenadiers need to spread out though, not stay behind the heavy cover. Focus fire on the combat engineers. They're taking heavy damage from these rifles. Not sure where the other Grenadier squad is. They're actually now coming on their way. We got to merge into that combat engineer squad, and I'm not sure why Momo's still sticking his units into the heavy cover. I know he wants that protection, but now their enemies are too close and the flamethrower is causing heavy damage. You need to spread out if you're being hit by flamethrowers. Our pioneers are up here recapturing munitions, though we got conscripts down here capturing tac point may get the cutoff. The field will now be contested by a squad of Grenadiers. May see a Dishka come out now. MG42 is actually going to get up. Mortar has revealed itself by taking a fire, or taking a shot. MG42 repositioning. Conscripts are here, however, no protection for the MG42. Pioneers are on their way now.
We are losing a sector.
He will not manage to suppress that, so we'll be forced to pull back. Grenadiers will change and fire conscripts. Grenadiers should eventually win out, simply because Grens are better at range, but I'm not sure if they're all getting cover. Where's our mortar? It's actually down south capturing. Conscripts will be forced to pull back. Pioneers taking damage from conscript rifles will be forced to pull back here as well. Grenadiers now moving back up. Taking shots at the combat engineers. They will take heavy damage since there's no cover at the moment for them. A big push of infantry. Rifle grenade going off. Actually doesn't hit anyone. Merge into the combat engineers. Keeps them on the field. Mortar's going to be forced to reposition. Nothing to protect it. Momo's struggling to hold his territory now.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Not sure if he wants to jump into this building. We got the combat engineers coming around. MG42 is setting up. Conscripts have taken heavy damage and will probably be forced to pull back. Won't lose any more members. Soviet mortar is firing. Mortar is under attack. Dishka is here, however. Do we have tier 2 available? No. Another MG42 is actually coming onto the field now. Second tier building's now going online as well. No anti-tank grenades for conscripts. Could see a 222 or flame half-track. Well, actually, no flame half-track. Not enough munitions for that one. This tier player holding on to their territories best they can. Down to, I don't know, maybe slightly above a quarter. 1/5 of the territory. MG42 is here, however. We'll suppress all these squads coming around.
MG42 team is ready for action.
Dishka will suppress that 42, however. Both units are all being forced to pull back. 42 will be forced to pull back. Mortar needs to move up to support. Is here. I think we saw med bunker in Momo's base as well. It is here. Dishka will be forced to reposition. Grenadiers need to get behind some sort of cover or fall back. They're down to less than half health. Could be a very bad retreat path though. All been blocked by sandbags. Grenadiers could go down here. Demo gets detonated by the pioneers. We'll begin capturing. Very bad retreat path here. Gonna lose a Grenadier squad. 222 is on the way. Maybe able to make a push here. MG42 is going to set up at close range. Not sure if the conscript... That conscript's actually getting stuck. I'm trying to vault over. We'll be forced back as well. Got Dishka on the flank. Mortar is here to support. 222 is on the way and will be arriving shortly. More Grenadiers are arriving. Meanwhile, Sudden Field's being contested. MG42 will force these combat engineers away as well. Both sides trading fuel. 222 is here on field. No anti-tank for our Soviets. AT grenades could be a research. Tier 3 is going up. Begin engaging these conscripts. Forces the conscripts off. 42 is here. We'll begin setting up to support against these conscripts. Mortar is firing on the Dishka. Or should be firing at the Dishka. Conscript's going to be forced away. 222 is here. We'll do heavy damage to this MG team. Especially since its machine gun actually works now. Dishka's taking incredible amounts of damage here. Could actually go down. Especially if the death loop gets in. Fuel drops have gone in. This guy looks like it'll make it back to base. Mortar is under attack. Will be forced back. Another 222 is on the way. Will be a good counter to its T-70. Also probably a lot of anti-infantry firepower, but it is going to set back tech quite a bit because they're both they're 280, 45 per vehicle. Not sure if AT grenades are being researched yet. Still no anti-tank grenades. T-70 is coming out instead. MG42 needs to reposition. Will be falling back. Down south has been secured. Pioneers moving up.
Scout car has arrived.
So we're at 444 at the moment. No anti-tank for us Soviets. One T-70 is going to have a hard time dealing with it. But at least now it makes a lot more sense to... Ooh, 222s are 560 manpower and 90 fuel. That's more than the T-70. We'll be able to counter this and kite it away. We'll be able to kite it. Or keep it at a distance. Mortar power almost hits the 222, forcing it back. Conscripts are here, still no anti-tank grenades. Not sure, what is this 42 doing? Get out of there. Momo better not lose, he's gonna lose his 42. Or could lose his 42. Crew's running for him and does get taken out there. Not sure what the hell was going on there. Will be stolen now by a combat engineer squad. Grenadiers being forced away by T-70. Could actually gun down a full squad. T-70 stationary, has really good AoE. Grenadier will not make it back to base. Will get killed at the last moment.
Squad has been killed.
Su-76 has come out higher to help counter these 222s.
Now have defensive smoke capabilities. We now have access
No tech for us. Your player needs to get something. He's down by a lot now. Lost
ready to deploy.
what, 2 to 3 units.
Units are ready to deploy.
He's lost 2 of his grenadiers. And he's lost 1 of his HMG-42s, which has been stolen. So not sure what Momo's going to do here. Osttruppen reserves being called in.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh dear, that's definitely a bug that I didn't see.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
I may have to do a quick fix before the end of this tournament. There should be 2 Osttruppen. I'm not sure why it's only 1. I'll need to fix that quickly. .42 is here suppressing these combat engineers. .222 is moving around the battlefield. Catch this T-70 out of position. T-70 could go down here. T-70 has gone down, however. Could lose 1 to 222s, however, if it's not careful. Mortar could take down this building. Strategy locked in the mobile defense, though, anyways.
The sector has been cut off. A new grenadier squad is ready.
More grenadiers are arriving. 222s are gonna need some repairs, though.
Our territory.
Grenadiers are gonna be forced back here.
The enemy is taking our territory. The enemy is attempting to steal
Wouldn't something
our
like this
sector.
be the reason to replay match? I guess, as it could be. No one's told me about it, but I didn't think I'd actually broke the ability.
Our territory.
Our 222s are being fixed up.
Scout car awaiting orders.
Momo's still being pushed back. 76 lands a massive hit there. Mortar is firing. Two moving around the battlefield, searching for something. Combat engineers are taking fire. Could actually get gunned down here. 222s could chase it down. Combat engineers have gone down. And now 222s are moving around. Could flank around. Dishka's gonna take heavy damage from these MGs. Still no pack gun, interestingly enough. Not sure what Momo's going to be setting up for. The command tank, but he needs tech for that. Conscripts could go down here. 222s are trying to hunt this Su-76, but Su-76 can't maneuver that well. It's getting kited. Our one 222s is out in the open. Not sure why he's keeping it here. What's he doing? This gun may take another shot. No, actually out of the arc. Could send in the other car. This gun is under attack. Could now send in both armored cars to take down the anti-tank gun. Mortar is firing. Still not taking down this MG42. Mortar lands a nice hit there. MG42 could go down. Actually, no, he doesn't move the 2-2 up to finish it off with the coaxial. Someone get taken out here? No, that's just a Zis barrage. MG42 is here. MG42 will be firing. This guy's also causing heavy damage here. Still no tech up. Not sure what he's going to do here. We're going to see any tech for his Soviets. We could. We got a lot of fuel in the bank for Paul at the moment. Austria players retaking their part of the map, however. Grenadiers capturing up. Mortars now Vet 2. Soviet mortars only Vet 1 and only halfway to Vet 2. MG42 gets taken out right outside the base. Needs to re-grab that. Panzer Grenadiers finally being called in. Not sure if he's going to use them as a Shrek platform or not. This gun moving back onto the field. 42 has been recruited. Grenadiers could go down here. They're taking heavy damage. May see the plane get shot down here.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Or not. Not sure if prioritized vehicle just does it for aircraft. Doesn't count aircraft. .222 here, taking shots at the MG42. Is loading incendiary, will force the 222 back. Not sure what these Osttruppen are doing. They're running out into the open. Panzer Grenadiers are here. G42 is here. 222 is forcing back all these conscripts. Dishka's still here. Mortar likely going counter battering that area, or where is he firing? Has a nice cluster of support weapons. Conscript's gonna go down here if they don't pull back. We'll retreat. Anti-tank gun finally on the way. Panzer Grenadiers gonna need some healing though. 222's backing away once again. T-34s could start arriving and will be massive pain for the 222s to deal with. We only have one pack coming out for Momo. Mortar is firing.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Still hasn't landed closer to these machine guns. Machine gun could go down here, but no rifle grenade tower because it's Osttruppen. Both 222s have vet 2. Osttruppen need to get out of there. Not sure why he's sticking out there. Wants to at least keep it alive for unit to recapture support weapons. 222s immediately destroy that ghost object. Moore lands a nice hit there. Conscript squad could go down. 222s pursue. Grenadiers won't be able to get him. You can also see a rifle grenade on this mortar. Actually, is going to run around the hedge. 222's on the flank once again, forcing away combat engineers. Mortar does pull back. Anti-tank guns exposed, however. No support, no. Dishka's now coming up. Unfortunately, he's around the hedge. Rifle grenade going to go off on the Dishka. Takes out 2 models there. Pioneers moving onto the field. We'll take the VP. In terms of VPs, we're at 409 to 161. Things are not looking that good for our Austere player. Has he teched yet at all? He still hasn't teched. I'm not sure if he realizes teching is a lot more expensive to get your call-ins if you do not tech for them.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
SU-7... Actually, no, we got a Sherman coming onto the field. This is even worse for a 222 since this thing fires very rapidly. And it's very fast as well. 222 is going to need to start driving as fast as it can and pop smoke. We have any other anti-tank? No, we just have the one anti-tank gun. 222 is going to go down here most likely. Does smoke out, but does get taken out. Not a bit of damage on that Sherman, but still wasn't enough. Panzer Grenadiers are running into conscripts in heavy car. However, conscripts are down to less than half. Panzer Grenadiers will eventually force them out, but we got flamethrowers standing by. Conscript vet 3 almost goes down.
We are losing a sector.
Pack gun will get a nice shot there, but I don't think the 222 is going to do this. Well, that was lucky for that 222. We'll get out there. Mortar is standing by.
The enemy is taking our territory.
No firing on that Ziska now. Not sure why. Panzer Grenadiers. That's a lot of infantry. May need to see one of these grenades get thrown. Grenadiers do have that vet 1. Takes out 1 model and causes some more damage on that conscript squad. Not sure. Panzer Grenadiers are not going to move into support, and conscripts are probably going to win this engagement. Grenadiers will get the decap down south. 222 now moving back up. Looks like someone did Faust that SU-76, but the Sherman's being repaired. Puma's actually been called onto the field. I'm still not sure why he hasn't teched up at all. He had to pay more for that Puma because he didn't get his battle phase 2 up. Wasting more resources than he should. Mortar is firing. Alright, second 222 is going to go down. Puma's going to attempt to hunt it. Could be dangerous, though. Is on the rear armor. Maybe I'll get this Sherman. Sherman does fire incredibly quickly, though. Sherman does go down. Could see a replacement coming shortly, however.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Pack gun is gonna need some healing up there. Pioneers may go down here. Nothing on the retreat path, thankfully. I don't think this MG42 will be able to survive. A lot of people firing. Does go down. Won't get stolen. Well, we'll be able to reclaim that. Our captured MG42 here. Motorist Vet 3 can barrage this MG from a safe distance. Dishka here is also guarding this area against the Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers will be forced to pull back against all these machine guns. Counterattack is being used for that faster decap on points. Was it faster neutralize? No, neutral territory is captured more quickly. Su-76 is barraging, needs to be careful. Conscripts moving up. Mortars are landing close to these Grenadiers. They're down to 2 miles, need to pull back out.
We are losing a sector.
Mortars are firing. Conscripts are recapturing. 112, 363. Austere is not in the lead for obvious reasons. Territory has been constantly changing. Southern part of the map has been captured. Osttruppen Vet 2 capturing up. MG42 setting up. Panzer Grenadiers now moving onto the field. Grens, are they going to attempt to throw a grenade? Well, rifle grenade rather than using their cheaper grenade, even if it is a bit weaker. Flamers here on the side, though. Not sure what Paul's going to be bringing up now, but he's been forced to reinforce his models, so he can't really bring in any tanks at the moment. He could build T-34-76s. I'm not sure if he's really going to build it, though.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Pioneer is very low health here. Combat Engineers Vet 3. You pull that squad out of there. Vilma hasn't been fully healed, but it's going back onto the field anyway. More infantry is actually coming out from Momo. Very heavy infantry build. Still not sure why he hasn't decided to tech up, though. He's got quite a bit of fuel in the bank. Is he really going to try and buy the Panzer IV without teching up?
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Panzer Grenadiers still Vet 1. They'd be at Vet 2 and 3 for full effectiveness, but they'll probably win against these conscripts thanks to their high DPS. Conscripts forced to pull back. More demos have been planted. Conscripts are here, however. Panzer Grenadiers are charging in, however. Conscripts will be forced to back away. Combat Engineers won't make it out of there. 42 has been pinned here. Got the mortar trying to do work. 17 kills so far. Panzer Grenadiers will be forced to pull back. Grenadiers moving in to flank these machine guns. Got units coming on the base, however. Could lose to Dishka here. Light artillery is being fired at point blank. Immediately takes out that Grenadier squad. That was a point blank shot and caused massive losses from Momo there. Big engagement up in the middle. Conscripts, very Osttruppen, Grenadiers, and Flamethrower Pioneers. And there goes our conscripts, and direct fire is taking a toll on both sides. Anti-tank gun now rolling up. Prima's going to try and hunt this. He could finish it off with one more shot, I think. Does go down, needs to smoke that Puma out. Sherman is here, however. No Faust to defend, and does take out the Puma.
The enemy is inflicting losses upon us.
Sherman takes a hit from the pack gun, but no one's there to Faust it. Grenadiers will be forced. Actually, Faust does go off, but it'll probably make it back to base. Pack gun's the only AT that Momo has at the moment. The mortar team sitting out in the open, getting blasted by a 42. May cause some heavy damage though if it's firing point blank, like there. Only takes out one model though. Pioneers doing what they can to hold center, but they being fired on by an MG. Vet 3 on the Pioneers. Almost finally to decide off the battle phase 2.
Losing a sector.
Panzer Grenadiers could get a wipe on this conscript squad, doing heavy damage. Need to keep chasing. Needs to hold position though. And that demo was really off the mark. Panzer Grenadiers are going to take that heavy cover.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Captured 42 is going to get flanked by Pioneers. They have a minesweeper. Well, they'll do what they can. Mortar shells are landing. MG42 will be forced back. Field's being cut off.
He is taking our territory.
Still got nothing to deal with this Sherman. Tech is being invested. Battle phase 2 is now here, but we don't have enough manpower for the building. Pack guns repositioning. Regards to infantry forces, Paul doesn't actually look that strong in terms of frontline. He's relying primarily on support weapons to do work. Conscripts are just there for capturing. Need to be careful. There is a demo here, but demos are a lot weaker. Oh, that one didn't go off. I honestly thought he would press the button there. Mortar's taking some damage on the Osttruppen. This mortar hasn't moved all game since it got the Vet 3. It's now just barraging with that extra range. Osttruppen forced to pull back. Pioneer's going to finish the cap up.
To steal our sector.
These units will begin finish capturing up in the north. Grenadiers are ready to go, can begin capturing here.
Do not let up. The enemy still has 300 points.
Well, conscripts are down south. In terms of VPs, 298 to 110. MG42 moving up. Pioneers firing. Will be forced back. MG42 will stop those Pioneers. Grenadiers going to be forced to pull back. Could see Panzer Grenadiers. Actually, Panzer Grenadiers down south will force away these conscripts. Could move up, but the Sherman is here to defend the flank. Anti-tank gun is moving into position, however.
We are losing a sector.
Still no building from Momo up. Then again, he's using his manpower to reinforce and stay on the field. He needs to keep these VPs. Our pack gun has now been flanked. Sherman will take down this pack gun. Second Sherman has arrived as well. Still no anti-tank. Still no heavy anti-tank for our austere player. One pack gun's really caught out of position there. Pioneers moving to center. Panzer Grenadiers could go... Actually, no, they're focused on the guy in the very back. Does get cut down. Pack gun does get destroyed. This guy's actually in the building. Or is that this... No, that's a 42. Still is pinned down the Osttruppen squad. Mortar is now being forced to barrage the building. It's actually out in the open. Could be a bit dangerous. Eventually, they're going to shell this MG team out. But MG team's not taking that much damage. Even if damage is being spread. A lot of Shermans moving in. Emergency Puma called in. He's gonna need Miracle Michael to deal with these Shermans. He needs that Puma to get Vet 3. Could see. Actually, we got Panzerschrecks now coming up, so we're going to see some heavy anti-tank. We'll stop those Shermans from diving in. So as long as you also got the Faust. Panzerschrecks do heavy damage, 240 per volley. Our mortar team's caught in the open, could get killed here. Really shouldn't have put it out in the middle negative cover as well. Panzerschrecks are here. Puma's going to attempt to get a shot on the rear arm of this Sherman, misses. Sherman misses. Another miss. Both sides can't hit whatever they're aiming at. Mortar's going to attempt to get stolen. Not sure why these Panzer Grenadiers are going to try and chase the tanks. Tanks still have a lot of HP. Mortar's been stolen. Not sure if it'll go down from that one assault rifle. Bundle grenade going off. Wipes out the entire Dishka crew, can now fall back. Major victory, and that's all that veterancy lost. Puma is scouting, but this gun is here. We'll force this Puma back. Gren's going to try and steal this Dishka, but I don't think it's going to work. Especially with the death loop and all. But, you know, he's got him prioritized, so the MG is not actually firing. We got triple Shermans, however. Not sure how he's going to deal with this. He doesn't even have a pack gun out. Everyone's going to get massacred here. Panzer Shreks are here. Not sure if it's going to be enough. Could see a base dive. Grenadier's going to go for the Faust. Don't have enough AT from Momo. I think he took way too long to actually tech up, though. He's going to lose all his infantry that's in the base unless he gets really lucky. Everyone's getting crushed. Not sure why his Panzer Grenadiers are going to attempt to go back in. They're probably going to go down now. And that's going to be it for Momo. Oh, jeez. Gets killed by triple Shermans, but Momo spent so much time. I'm staying at phase 1 and didn't decide to tech up before calling in his Pumas. But anyways, that'll be all for this series, and we'll be moving on to our next match. Don't stay tuned for the next one. This is Momo4sho.